What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome to the finale of Black Myth Wukong. We're coming in here first with the Smash Stance build. I'm not going to use a long spear unless we struggle bus again. If we struggle bus again, then I'm going to try the spear build, since that's the one that I enjoyed the most coming through the campaign, and one that I seem to do the best work with in terms of seeing through the enemy and all that stuff. But I figured I'd try just toughing him out first. Sips down, it's not bad. Gotta dodge that personally. Looks like we're getting the second phase already. His attitude. Okay. surprised he didn't decide to stun me right there. Panicked. That's cheeky. He got cheeky with me. Stuck on this. Let's go. We got it. We finally did it. Unless there's a third phase, then we definitely didn't do it. Who knew the game build that I started with would be the one that I beat him with? I think I was just tired yesterday, honestly. That was the first try, I think, right?
You must have heard tales about him. Some say he helped Tung Monk fetch the scriptures, was granted Buddhahood, and stayed on Mount Lingshan thereafter. Some say it was not him who was granted Buddhahood. The real him was already dead on the journey to the west. Some say that the journey never happened. He is nothing but a monkey who lives in some storyteller's tall tale. But now, you will hear a tale which no one has ever known.
That was the crown that was keeping him a prisoner, right? What they put on him at the start to take his powers away?
What does it matter if you become a Buddha? That headband has always been on your head.
Keep those eyes wide open. Watch me rip it off and break free.
Sun Wukong, when you defied the Celestial Court, I had to seal you beneath the mountains with my immense power. Yet, after enduring punishment, you embraced the dark, uplifted good against evil, and subdued Yaoguais throughout the journey. For your contribution, I now bestow upon you the title of Victorious Fighting Buddha.
He defied the Celestial Court, and the Jade Emperor
Very cool. Yeah, Wukong's attitude is very cool. I like how he is just a playful, like cocky, devious monkey. His attitude is a great part of his character. Like our monkey has that same attitude too, but when you're fighting the Great Sage, his attitude, how he like kicks the staff at you and does the come at me hand sign, or he takes a sip of your potion. When I first saw him take a sip of my potion, that was spectacular. Alright, so I guess since we're here at the end, I should probably try and do some kind of closing statements, right? Like I said, I did really enjoy this game, like a whole bunch. It was definitely worth the playthrough, and anybody who enjoys these kind of games, I would definitely recommend that you play it. I'm not sure if there's going to be any after credits here. It has some jank, like there's some things in it that aren't great. Like you can definitely tell, to a certain degree, that some things needed a little more time in the oven. Like a good thing for me is the only boss that I say I didn't like throughout this whole thing is probably Yellowbrow. I thought Yellowbrow was really poorly designed, but the rest of them were all fantastic. Chapter 6, the quality in Chapter 6 does fall off a cliff a little, at least in my opinion. I think the direction and the level design and all that stuff does kind of fall off an edge during Chapter 6, but the first 5 chapters are phenomenal. And that secret chapter that we played right there back in Chapter 3, last episode with the long fight, that was incredible. That was a beautiful way to wrap the game. I almost wish that was the final confrontation instead of the Great Sage. Like, maybe they could have done that in a different way where you reclaim all the artifacts, you beat the Great Sage, and then you go fight Erlong. Maybe something like that. But that was the Erlong fight was a really big highlight for me. Chapter 5 was a really big highlight for me. I really enjoyed Chapter 4 too. I think Chapter 4 and 5 were my favorites. And then the Erlong section was just phenomenal. It's super cool. The music's great. The input is good. The game warned me when I first booted it up that mouse and keyboard might be a little clunky, and maybe I should do it on controller, but I never had an issue at all with the mouse and keyboard controls. It felt flawless to me, so if you're worried about input-wise, it's very responsive on mouse and keyboard. It's easy to look around, it's easy to switch stances, use your spells, all that stuff. Once you get the keybinds, input it in your memory, it's all fine, it works great. The bosses were really good overall too. Like I said, there's only one that I really didn't like. Those animations at the end of the chapters are beautiful. Those were a really big highlight for me too, the way that they told the story in the chapters. I really liked that. I would definitely recommend it if you enjoy these kind of games, and I'm not sure really what I want to do going forward. I know there's obviously a bunch of New Game Plus stuff with new weapons, items, armor sets and all that, but I don't think there's any new bosses. So I probably won't go into New Game Plus, at least not right away, but let's take a read here. Enter a new cycle. The Destined One. You can now enter a new cycle and embark once again on the extraordinary journey to the west. In the new cycle, you will inherit the levels, talents, armors, weapons, spells, vessels, transformations, and spirit skills obtained in the previous cycle. However, be aware that story progress and the related key items shall be relinquished. Prepare yourself, for the adversaries you shall encounter on this expedition will pose even greater challenges. So that's just your basic New Game Plus. Challenge. Opponents recorded in portraits can be challenged again, either by dueling them individually or fighting them in succession with customized curses. Along with various treasures as rewards, your best records will be documented to inspire your spirit and strengthen your resolve. Yeah, this was a fantastic game. I'd probably give it a 8 out of 10. And that's not a bad thing. An 8 out of 10 is very, very good. Like, there's only one game that's... Well, no, there's 2 games. 2 games have gotten a 9 out of 10 for me, like, my whole life. So, 8 is very good. There's some jank in it that took it back a little. The Yellowbrow fight definitely hurt it for me. And the lack of direction in Chapter 6, which I feel like maybe they just didn't have time. Maybe they were crunching. But Chapter 6 was a weird one to go from... like the tight, concise storytelling nature of 4 and 5 to go straight into 6. That was a little strange, but it didn't hurt the whole thing too much. It's still a great, beautiful game. I think that's about all I need to do with the rambling. So, on that note, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the series as much as I enjoyed playing it for you guys, and don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you did. It'll all be organized in a playlist for your viewing pleasure. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, of course, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.